Gone in circles.
It's fine, we're exploring. It's, you know... we don't gotta be super efficient. We can just explore around, see what's what.
No, we have to speed run.
Yeah.
2 stained glass windows. Yet the punishment only served... Wait, should I read this one first? When the mother of 2 broke bread, she allowed Innocence to eat his fill as reward for his virtuous nature. Sin was cast the scraps to remind him of his worthless ways. Someone's got a favorite! Yet the punishment only served to feed Sin's lusts before his brother's eyes. Sin stole a fish from the market and lied to the watchman who caught him. Then, Sin then beat his brother until a promise of silence was extracted. I mean, that sounds like normal family stuff, to be honest.
Isn't that just Cain and Abel?
The things say they were withholding food from him in the first place.
Yeah. There's another one over here.
Oh. And then it complains that he steals food.
Innocence lived with an honest and pure heart, never straying from his mother's words. Sin filled his heart with lies and indulgence and deafened his ears to his mother's pleas. I feel like we're reading this story in reverse. I feel like we've already seen the end of the story, and now we're like getting further and further to the beginning.
John dies at the end.
John Innocence. Jesus Christ. It's a lot of guys. Oh, floor. Innocence watched sin take root in the bodies of men and women and children. He witnessed them turn on each other, first with words, then with fists. Friends and kin embraced in mortal struggles, their skin weaving with skin, flesh bonding with flesh, bone entwining with bone, until the village had become one writhing giant forge of strife and hatred. So it became Grand Falloon from Castlevania. Again, this game really likes its big, writhing masses of bodies.
Who doesn't like writhing bodies?
It's like the second or third time that such an image has been brought to light. Is this oh, is it
When I'm ready, and not before.
Oh my God, who's that? Keep going.
I died.
Why did you die?
Because you neglected to see the rare moments.
I don't think I was even with you guys. You guys left me.
Well, your zombies were there, but they weren't helping them.
I'm gonna look around a little bit more before we go up here. Any more lures? Doesn't look like it. Alright, I think we can go. Sanctum! Sanctum Sanctorum!
The world must be cleansed of
hello.
impurity.
Have a skeleton army, sir. Sir, summoning minions isn't gonna work. That's my shtick.
I need more mana.
We're so specialized in killing large numbers of minions.
He summoned like a giant guy.
Maybe don't stand under him.
Innocence, God Emperor of Eternity. Oops! I went right into it. Is he just doing the exact same thing that he did before? Man, what an uncreative boss. Keep on hearing him saying, "I have the power."
Maybe he does.
I think that's what he's saying, but
Looks like a...
Innocence.
Is it a keyblade?
You and only you, I shall save.
we have a guy named Sin here. We have Illidan here.
I am Sin, the Forgotten One.
We talk to him?
Would that humanity
I am now.
could forget all of my kind. Perhaps with your help, that might still come to pass.
What's this shit I open on my screen?
For
Fuck's
now,
sake.
the blinding light has been dimmed, and darkness floods in to fill the void. The desperate and depraved set a feast for their lord incumbent, Kitava, the Ravenous One.
Oh, cutscene. It's a very quiet cutscene that basically had no sound. Is that it? Is that all we get? Just it cracking and nothing else? All right.
Deep in the Templar's ossuary,
Deep in the
in the
Templar's
company
ossuary.
of the
Deep
dead,
in the Templar's
there
ossuary.
lies the sign of purity. Innocence bled himself for the creation of that cruel and desperate weapon. Tempered in his own ruby ichor, it was forged to be a transcendent tool of punishment and purification. The sign is a living agent of righteousness, or at least the dubious kind of righteousness that my brother subscribes to. Innocence found in the first High Templar a most faithful servant, and gifted the sign to him so that
Guys, keep
might
it down.
be used
Come on,
in
zombies.
times of
Shut
great
up.
need. A great need of Innocence believers, that is. Humanity's general well-being has never been of particular concern to my brother. Though I am a god, I have not forgotten my humanity. I care for that which I once was. Kitava remembers nothing and cares for nothing but his own hunger and greed. He is an endless pit of gnashing teeth and churning guts. While other gods rise on the mainland and fight for the meager scraps of what was, Kitava has the most fecund and formidable civilization of his age at his disposal. He can feed when he likes, and he grows ever stronger with each morsel. All of Oriath shall soon belong to Kitava, and if that happens, he will rise beyond even our reach. He lives, after a fashion. That pretentious little vessel of his served only to encourage his divine follies. I have procured him a more sensible host, One that should contain his excesses and temper that fragile ego of his. Hear this, brother. From mind of lead to heart of gold, your soul shall be bound, your wrath shall grow cold.
Cool rhyme, bro.
I am Sin, the Forgotten One.
No.
Would that
Already.
humanity could forget all of my kind.
And then we get to see this. Hold on, I want to watch this cutscene again. This cutscene that basically doesn't have any sound, and it's very short. It's just showing this big statue kind of start to crack and move, and then that was it. All right, well, goodbye.
So who got that unique axe?
I did. Do you want it?
Well, I don't use axes, so no.
Okay. Decorative axe, one-handed axe, physical damage, 27 to 50, or yeah, blah blah blah. You want me to identify it, or should I just sell it?
You might want that.
Cool.
Who?
Hello there.
I don't know, whoever's using Spirit Shield.
That's me. I could use spirit shields. Gonna identify this. Unfortunately, I don't like the slot layout it has.
You
That
can change
be
that.
changed.
Actually, I might not need to. I might not need to change it. I mean, yeah, this is pretty good. 30% reduced spell damage taken from blinded enemies. Unfortunately, I don't blind anybody, but oh, this isn't good though. Unique modifier: no chance to block. That doesn't seem great, especially when I just got done getting an entire like little hub on my skill chart that is all about blocking and getting things via blocking. Unfortunately, that kind of ruins the whole thing.
Yeah.
And also, it does something with a trap. It says trigger level 20 fog of war when your trap is triggered, which I don't use any traps, so unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be using this. Does anybody want this axe? I have rare bone armor. Does someone want this? It's chromatic, that's why I took it, but if someone actually needs it.
I don't think so.
Alright, well, I guess I'll put these away. I don't really want to sell uniques, do I? Pretty much just want to put them away somewhere.
Kylie, you're ruining the nice tile in here.
Do it right here on this nice ground fresco. Ruin it. It's innocent, so I don't give a shit. Do it,
Yeah, but
ruin the
we
whole
can,
thing.
we can like have it redone so it shows something else.
Are we going through the Chamber of Innocence?
I'll go to your Chamber of Innocence.
Both of these doors say the same place.
There's a guy up here now.
What in damnation have you done?
You've
We killed a bunch of high priests and
I
stuff.
hear the voice of innocence, begging for our forgiveness, asking for our help. You and I. I heard him the moment the High Templar fell, whispering inside my damn skull, his heart beating within my chest. Innocence protects us now, holds fast the door against the murderous tide that rushes to meet us. He wants you to pass through that door, to bring order to the chaos beyond. I don't understand any of this. Moments ago, I was just a soldier obeying his High Templar, Bannon the Nobody. Now, my God lays inside my head, telling me to let you through that door and to make my way to Overseer's Tower, if it still stands. It does? All right. I don't know what's waiting for you out there, but should you survive it, I'll see you at Overseer's Tower.
Is this where we're supposed to go now? Is this toward the ossuary? It does say Templar Quartz, but this also says Torch Quartz, so...
Well, maybe we should go to town.
I'm gonna go to town.
Yeah, we've got a quest to turn in.
You deserve recognition for what you have done. You've freed us from Templar oppression. Yet I fear you may have defeated
Oh
the
good,
lesser
we get to
of two
pick from
evils.
unidentified jewels,
Still,
and we don't know what
take something.
they do.
You'll be needing it in the dark
I'm
times to
assuming
come.
green means their color means whatever role they.
Probably.
Yeah, I probably want the blue. I'm going to assume, so I will.
Nope, I was wrong. The
Uh-oh.
green jewel just gave me increased attack damage while holding a shield and attack speed with claws.
All right.
This is
How about
useless.
what if we look it up? What if we look it up?
You can, I'm pretty sure you can, like, re-roll them.
Have to.
What do you mean reroll them?
Like, use, one of those items you pick up from the ground on them.
The jeweler's thing.
Yeah, stuff like that.
What's
Well, if we can
Once
figure out
Kitava has
what
gobbled up every
they
scrap of
tend to
Oriathan
be,
flesh.
then it's good to know.
Oops.
Forges a magic item with new random
Did I-
modifiers.
You
Hang on.
deserve
I accidentally-
recognition for what you
Magic
have done.
items are only the
You've
blues.
freed us from Templar oppression.
Oh, yeah.
Did I think I accidentally
Once Kitava has
lost
gobbled
it.
up every
I
scrap
clicked
of
out of the
Oriathan
game, and then I
flesh,
clicked in the game,
sucked
and
every
now I
Oriathan
don't
bone
have
dry
the
of marrow.
reward anymore.
He'll turn
You
his
should still
endless
be able to
hunger
talk to
Nama
her,
Kanui
and
the whole
it should
Karui
say, like,
archipelago.
Oh yeah, I see it.
As you
Alright.
know, the
I just need to
Karui
like
will
leave and then
fight,
talk to her
and
again.
they'll fight hard, but they're going to need all the help they can get. And I know of 3 treasures that might just make the difference. They were taken when the Templar raided Nama
Well, I guess
Kanui.
I'm getting
A
another
whip
quest from her.
woven of Hinekora's hair. A tooth that Tukohama ripped from his own mouth. A fishhook that was once the jawbone of Valakor. Together, they're known as Kitava's torments and lie within the reliquary that borders Oriath Square. I saw them with my own eyes when delivering messages to the...
Okay. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Quest rewards.
Well, I looked it up,
can't-
and they do tend towards things related to the
Alright, fuck it, I'm just gonna
color
do one.
stat, just like you thought.
I just got a really bad
Once
roll
Kitava
then.
has gobbled up every scrap of Oriathan flesh, sucked every
re-roll
Oriathan
them?
bone dry of marrow, he'll turn his endless hunger
Maybe
to Nama
with
Kanui and
the
the
item
whole
that lets
Karui
you
archipelago.
reroll rares.
As you know, the Karui will fight, and they'll fight hard, but they're going to need all the help they can get.
I don't know
And
if
I
it's
know of 3
particularly
treasures that might just make the difference.
worth it to use those
They
items
were
on
taken
this.
when the
I don't-
Templar raided Nama
I don't know.
Kanui. A whip woven of Hinekora's hair.
Mine's completely useless to me.
Remember, we do this
Well,
for
you don't
freedom.
have to take jewel things in your tree anyway, so
Yeah.
Yeah, mine
Mine's
is actually
okay.
not great. Mine's not great. Mine I'm not even gonna use.
mine would be good if I had something to put it in regardless, but it's not worth getting us a lot just for it.
Yes. For freedom.
Let's see. What do I want now? I don't have this yet.
Looks like we do want to go back to the Chamber of Innocence once we're done here.
Okay. I think I'm done here. Oh wait, no I'm not. This lady has a thing for me.
Hello.
No, not her. Him.
We're glad you made it. No, damn it all, that's just too strange to abide. I'm glad you made it. And Innocence tells me I need to keep helping you. So that's what I'm going to do. I know my way around weapons and armor, and all things Templar if you should want for further enlightenment on that subject. As for Innocence, I don't know. Sometimes he makes sense, other times he's a shattered god, but he'll heal. I'll make sure of that. Lani's told me a little about Utula and his cult of Kitava. Enough to know what Utula's got planned. Bring about the fall of one god so he can raise up one of his own. And this Kitava, from what fragments I can piece together from Innocence, he's not the benevolent kind. Please, find Utula and stop him. I'm not saying this because I want to put Innocence back on his divine throne. I'm saying this because Oriath is my home. It's made some mistakes, but it doesn't deserve the fate that Utula has in mind. I'm having a little trouble explaining it myself. I've never been the most devout of men.
So I guess
especially for a
Utula,
Templar,
that guy who
more
was
of a
there, is
soldier than a believer.
a bad guy now.
But now, Innocence
I don't think that I caught that during the game. Like,
His voice is weak,
suddenly it's happening.
barely a whisper. Yet still he has the power to keep us safe from Kitava's hunger. At least for now. For my part, I'm simply grateful. Grateful that I have a god watching my back, and grateful that he's given me the power to watch others in return. For a long time now, I thought my god's intentions were being twisted by his supposed servants.
I'm listening to all this guy's
No.
lore.
The pyre would have been my only answer. I did what I was told and drew the lines of morality where I could. Now I understand the truth. It wasn't Innocence's intention being twisted. It was Innocence himself, perverted by the selfish convictions of the men and women who worshipped him. A god answers to the believer, as the believer answers to their god. A sign of purity. Let's see. A staff bathed in innocent blood. No. Sorry, bathed in the blood of Innocence. Yes, Innocence gave a part of his divine self to the thing, and gifted it to the Templar. Now that I recall, I read a tome about it when I was a cadet. Bloody long time ago. I skipped most of the boring pages, so only remember the bit where High Templar Maxarius smote with flame the army of the faithless, with one ray of
This guy's got a lot to say.
light. The book's words, not mine. Outside of my humble flesh, the sign of purity is about all that's left of Innocence. Devotion should be honored, I suppose. For centuries now, the Templar have boiled the flesh and skin from the devout, and presented the polished remains for public appreciation in the ossuary. Personally, I think it's one of the better ways to remember those who have gone before us. To touch the bones is to remember neither the legend, the legacy, nor the lies. It reminds you that those bones belonged to a man or woman who was just like any other man or woman. I'd be lying if I said my hands were clean of slavery's blood. I was a soldier. I went where Dominus ordered me to go. I sailed with the expedition to Namakanui, killed Karui warriors, and rounded up Karui captives like every other bastard in a Templar uniform. So I don't blame Lani for wanting to take back her freedom, and I don't blame her for believing Utula's lies either. I certainly swallowed enough of Dominus's falsities to sicken my soul. It's what we do now that matters. I can see that Lani's heart is in the right place, and for once in my damned life, so is mine. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't trust her.
You and me both,
Yeah,
Bannon.
I've got my reasons. Piety kept her
I don't even
word
know
pretty
why
quiet,
we're
but
like
her results
letting her
were
live.
brutally clear. The people she took.
You should ask
the people she
Valenta about it too.
changed. Slaves mostly, and a few enemies of God. Enemies of bloody Dominus, more like it. I don't go in for black and white definitions of good and evil, but with piety in her ilk, I make an exception. Whatever's lurking inside Violenta, it ain't good. Not by a long shot. Good luck out there.
You can ask. I told you so. What more need I say?
Okay.
Bannon claims that a god now lives inside his head and talks to him. What's more common? Divine possession or insanity?
Why didn't you
I'll
listen to
leave
her,
you
Merc?
to calculate the odds.
Because I don't like her.
The sign
All
of
this should have
purity
been avoided.
is a
She's
disguised
literally-
staff that piety sent
she's
me to study
like,
at one point.
I've said it multiple
Apparently, it
times,
was
but
a
I'll say it
gift
again.
from
She's
Innocence to the first High Templar,
piety too.
Maxarius. Dominus couldn't even bear
She's
to look
basically
Maybe you
piety,
should have
except
listened
so he
to
brought
locked
piety
her
back.
up in the ossuary. Quite reactive behavior for a man
It's like
of
they
such
didn't
formidable
actually want
intellect.
us to
Yet now it's making a little more sense.
they didn't want to lose the character, so they
The
just brought
staff
back
was
another
certainly
woman
able to
and named her
conduct
something
and
else, but
store
just made her
energy, yet
basically the
remained
exact same
inert
as
when I
piety.
applied corruption to it. It
It's
must
like,
only respond to divine energy.
Spock's
and with
sister,
corruption and
just out of
divinity
nowhere.
being diametrically
Suddenly, here's
opposed,
Spock's sister.
It's no wonder that my experiments failed to excite the thing. Meaning, if the sign of purity is a repository for the power of innocence, Dominus could never have
movies, you
wielded
mean?
it, being steeped as he was in the opposing power of the beast.
And now something different.
You, though, you're a different matter entirely. People have talked about the return of the gods since the birth of Oriath. It's a gambit employed by charlatans to fleece the weak-minded and morally desperate. Or so it seemed. Avarius and his Templar drones now greet the dawn filled with power and glorious purpose. Kitava has risen from whatever ethereal cesspit he's been hiding in for the last few millennia.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So what
I'm
let
on
the
a new
cats out of their
machine so I can
proverbial
see
bags?
chat. And that's a hell of a name.
I'm a scholar, not a prophet. Yet there's one occurrence that absolutely
What
reeks with
is
evidential
chat?
causality. You killed the beast.
Yeah. I see
What?
like XX3CC squared burning death of Reaper.
In the game chat, I don't think that I have that up.
Like I said,
Yeah,
I'm on a
level chat.
You really
Oh, I don't have
I'm on a
global
new
chat up. I don't
machine,
give a
so
shit
my
about
chat
global
cause and
is still
effect,
up.
do you? Things replace other things. It's the most
How do I
fundamental of
turn you
laws.
off?
The larger the thing you remove, the bigger the rush to fill the space that's left behind. Innocence was the nexus of power in Oriath. Remove him, and something of equal or greater power was always going to take his spot. Any idiot could have predicted that Kitava was going to be that something.
Map items,
Unless,
gameplay,
of
show
course,
global chat. No.
You thought it was going to be you.
You can
Dominus
turn
adopted Chitty's
channels off
Cathedral
just
as
by
his
opening the chat
personal
window and
laboratory.
clicking them.
He decked it out with everything his miraculous mind could conceive of. His great work in Psalm, that which you destroyed, it all began there. Tootles,
She's talked to me about a lot of
live
stuff.
in
Do you have anything new? No, you don't.
Yes.
Do you have anything new? Yeah. She has
I
something
can't
new.
yet begin to
Listen, we're
unpick
gonna be
the
here for another,
lies
like,
that
10
Utula
minutes.
has told us.
Why
But
didn't
this
we
piece of
trust
truth I do
Violenta
have.
just because she has
Utula
Vile in
sensed
her
that
name?
very moment when you struck your final blow,
Because she
when you
said
broke
she
the
was buds
Templars'
with
power,
Piety, our most
he
hated
turned
enemy.
to me and told me this. Now our king comes to us. He'll be hungry, so very hungry. I shall prepare him a
Nah, me and
feast."
Piety are cool now.
Then he gathered his followers
Isn't
and
Piety
left.
dead?
Yeah.
Where's he gone?
Well, that's
See,
why
that's-
we're cool now.
Oriath Square.
That's my thing. So
You won't
we
need
killed Piety. So Piety, I
Just
think,
follow the screams.
was decent because she kept on coming back, and we kept on trying to kill her, and she kept on like escaping, and then finally she ends up helping us against was it the beast, and then she dies for real, and so she's dead now, and so that character is no more. And then we get here, and then here's this woman who used to be best friends with Piety. They used to do stuff together all the time. They did the same things. She did the same things as Piety. She has this similar kind of blasé evil personality that Piety has.
It is Piety.
That's what I'm saying. It is Piety. It's the same character. It's like they didn't want to lose that character, so they just brought back the same character but gave her a different name.
No, that's what
and
I'm
said,
saying. It's Piety pretending to be someone else.
Maybe
She's
it
not
is.
dead.
I don't think so though.
Bannon is unexpected.
I've seen it in like
At
other
least, He's not
media,
the
other
sort of
stories and stuff where
Templar
they
that I'm
like
used to
bring someone
dealing
else
with.
back. They just it's
His
the same
ideas
character but
about
with a different
innocence
name.
almost make sense to me.
Like, oh yeah, I used to know
The way
that other
he
character. We
worships
used to be best
innocence
friends, and that's why we're
receives
so
such
similar.
power in return, it's like his devotion actually brings out the best in his god. But how is that possible? A god is a god. They bless us and they punish us, not the other way around. Yet for Bannon, somehow it's different. The King's Feast is an ancient ritual born of less
I have
enlightened
3
times.
quests. Does everybody have 3
Long
quests? One
before
optional.
The Karui followed the way. One tribe would conquer
Immense
another,
ravenous
and the
and feast.
would be prepared for the triumphant king. The main
Yeah.
dishes of this feast were selected carefully for the sweetness of their nature.
I've only got a couple more
Yeah.
things to listen to this about,
Tenderness of their
and then we can go.
flesh. You see,
Do you ever
when the
think
conquered
NPCs
fills the
talk too
belly of
much?
the
A
conqueror,
little bit. A little
two
bit.
tribes become one. And that's
I
what's happening out there in
appreciate that there's
Theopolis
voice
right
acting,
now.
but
the tribe of Kitava
there's a lot of
is
it, and
feeding upon the
sometimes I
tribe
just
of
want to go kill
Oriath,
things, but
and
it's
the
like if I
feast
go kill
won't
things,
end
I'm gonna
until
miss
two
this. Like I
tribes
can't, you know,
become
I can
one.
come back and maybe talk to her about it later, but some of their things change as well. Like they get new things as you do stuff, so like you're gonna miss
Remember
stuff.
what Utula said about Kitava? He is the tormented one, destined to rise up from the darkness, and we, his children, rise with him.
And also, I feel like I completely
In
missed
eyes too bright and
the part where
smiles too
Utula
wide,
turned out to
cunning
be like a
concealed
bad
by
guy.
kindness.
Like when we left, he was
Conquest
here
wearing the
and he was
mask of
just
freedom.
what, like a blacksmith or
I didn't
something,
see
and
it because
then
I was looking for something
we went
else.
and we killed Innocence, and then we come back and Utula is
The
gone,
cult
and everybody's
only
saying that
wanted
he's
what
the
it's
big
always
bad.
wanted. To be born
Like
again
I
in their
missed that whole
father's
thing
image.
apparently.
They
I mean,
are
his
Kitava's
guys
children,
were
the
killing
first
the
of his tribe.
citizens.
Unless you do something
I
about
guess
it,
so.
I mean, we were
they
too,
won't
but
be the
I guess
last.
I
His
didn't
guys
realize
were.
that those they were his guys.
They were killing the civilians on purpose. We
For
were killing
freedom.
them by accident.
I guess I missed that they were Utula's guys. I completely missed where they said that.
Why did you let him get away? You could have creamed him. I missed the part where that's my problem.
All right, well, I'm done. I have Kitava's Torments, Ravenous God, and the King's Feast. I think that's all. That's all there is. So,
I'll feast on your king.
please, my God, please. Travel to the Reliquary Chamber of Innocence, which we're going to now, and then Ruin Square. I guess we can't get to the Ruin Square until we go through a thing. I'm assuming the Reliquary is somewhere around here. Did we go up this way?
But we're supposed to do something here.
Are we?
Right.
Wait, come back.
Or were we?
Travel back through the Templar Courts, find the ossuary, search the ossuary.
Oh, no, we were just supposed to come here and then go back.
Yeah, I think that's... Okay.
And I think the Torched Quartz is the same thing, it's just different now because
Oh, I see.
Chula set fire to the place.
That makes sense. Thought you were an enemy. Vengeance!
That might be good for Kyle. I keep forgetting if he uses strength or not.
Yeah.
Oh! Man, these blue enemies were nothing. Oh, what is that?
Don't stand in it.
I nearly died again.
Don't breathe this.
There's more
Hideout,
of them.
Filer of Light.
I think there's 2 bosses. There's a rare and there's a unique. But they're dead, so.
To burn people in this.
Burning building.
Well, it wasn't just
Oh,
a burning
teeth.
building. It was like a bunch of people that were intentionally burned.
Rock breaker. Oink.
Pattern of me getting
Manually
tons of
and not before.
currency from chests. You guys go fast. Is continuing.
I wonder if I'm not seeing it because the game isn't showing it to me though.
I think we're using the same loot thing. And does the game not show you chests?
No, it shows it to me. I have yet to open a chest that has anything interesting in it though.
How many chests have you opened lately?
A bunch, actually. I'm opening quite a bit. See, that one had a blacksmith's whetstone, but it wasn't mine. It was Kyle's.
I wasn't.
It was mine.
Oh. I have trouble telling you guys apart sometimes. Racist against melee.
I'm at least half raged.
Yeah, you have your swords back again.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Oh, this way. Who died?
I did.
Lester, why do you keep on dying?
I am very fragile, and you guys keep wandering away from me. And completely missing enemies that are pathing around.
Luna hammer.
He mows small children.
Who?
Luna hammer.
Oh. Where are we
We
going?
need to go left.
Oh, here. Here, maybe?
No.
We already go up here? No. Oh, this is the exit. I didn't even realize that. The ruined square. Well, it does seem ruined. It's just me, or are these guys kind of overly large?
Who's overly
interact
large?
with some of the bodies to acquire voltaxic sulfite used within the azurite mine. Sure. Oh, this guy again.
Behind Exile.
I'm not gonna bother talking to him. I don't give a shit.
This will be nice.
Gonzel the Honest. Hello, Honor Soul. There's a waypoint up here. Rage Mind.
I need more mana.
I don't know. Oh, we found the ossuary. Want to go in? Or do we want to continue here?
Yeah.
Let's go in. Let's go in and do the optional. Or wait, no, the optional is the reliquary. Well,
Yeah.
let's go in here anyway.
Something's hitting hard already.
What?
Something was hitting hard in here.
There's a quest down there, I see it. Giant
This might be a
skeletons!
hideout.
We're split. Let's go up this way.
When I'm ready and not before.
Oh. I'm gonna go toward the quest, which is this way. I think actually maybe we have to go around this way. Didn't actually see what that guy's name was. I found the quest. Tomb of the First Templar. Sign of Purity. Wrought from blood and gold, Innocence fashioned a weapon of tempered purity, capable of banishing darkness and bringing order to the chaos in men's hearts. Crafting recipe.
I could hardly hope for better results.
Oh, there's more things here.
Yeah, we need to talk to
Illidan.
An empire is nothing more than a standard pitched in the naked earth. The time has come for you to raise the standard upon the peak of false faith, the apex of Chitta's Cathedral.
Kaitis
Strike
Cathedral.
deep into that sacred stone. Mark the death of a faithless empire and slay the slavering kingdom that seeks to consume it.
Okay, Sin,
An
whatever you say.
empire is nothing more than a standard pitched.
Are we just gonna go back out? I think we are.
An empire is nothing.
Oops.
It's a
I
good
wanna-
thing we never just trust people with really with names that make them seem really untrustworthy and then get screwed in this game. It's a good thing we never do that.
I want
Right.
to find this. Yeah, I mean, I trust Sin. I trust a guy named Sin. I want to find this reliquary. Let's see. So it's ossuary. It's one of these two things. There's two. So the cathedral is north. The reliquary must be south. Then we need to go south. Wrathhammer.
erupting.
He's just hungry. He just needs the Snickers.
When I'm ready, I'm not before.
Honor blood, the praised.
It would be crazed too if my name was spelled wrong.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Kyle. He's calling you out. He's calling you out for adding extra U's to words.
Yeah. Yeah.
God. Don't die. Wait, this is the cathedral. I want to go to the cathedral first. I want to go to the reliquary first. Which must be south, right?
There's a reliquary.
Nice. Let's go in. Are we missing Lost Joke?
He's coming.
Okay.
I don't
So
know
you're-
how you guys are managing to miss entire packs of enemies.
How are you managing to encounter large packs of enemies that we don't see?
It's because before everything is dead, you guys leave. This has been the theme tonight. Is that before things are fully dead, you just leave.
I mean, they'll die
I
eventually.
had to fight a boss by myself.
When I'm
I mean,
ready,
that's
I'm
fine.
not
I can fight a boss by myself.
I can't get hit.
You literally can't fight a boss by yourself, Mark.
What do you mean?
You have minions.
I mean, that
A lot of
counts as by
minions.
myself. They're my minions. They're mine.
We
They're
are also your
mine.
minions.
Yeah, but you don't actually go where I tell you to go. You don't attack what I tell you to attack. You guys are kind of being difficult here. Oh, Regal Walker the Filthy. Oh, another one. Gristle Jowls. That's the best one so far. Gristle Jowls. File grip. These guys are like climbing into the level like Dark Souls enemies. Oh, another one. Terror Fang, the Hungry. Feels very claustrophobic in here as well. All the rooms are very small and tight. Oops. How did Lost Joke die again?
You have left me.
What
And
do you
left
mean
me-
left you? I'm like literally just going with the crowd fighting enemies. If you're off somewhere, that's your fault.
It's not my fault. You left me, and now I have packs of enemies between me and you guys.
Marrow Fangs, the Stalker. There's
Oh,
lore
we
up
need
here.
to help Last Joke get here so we can get this recipe.
Alright, where is he? This way. What enemies, Lost Joke? What enemies are you talking about? There's no enemies here.
Because I've been fighting them.
There was no enemies between me and you just now. Shadow
The
Wraith, the
crafting
repulsive.
recipe to the left, Last Joke.
Itaba's Hunger 1.
Arohongui, daughter of the moon, was preparing for a feast to celebrate Tsukuhama's return from his war on the first ones of the Ezamites.
Alright, this has lost me already. Jesus Christ. Name after name after name after name, only one of which I even recognize.
He gave these offerings to Arohongui, who cooked them in a great fire stone pit. Seeing all of those plump birds cooking made Kitava very hungry.
Well, it's Karui
He
people,
offered to
basically.
watch them to make sure they didn't burn while Arohongui rested during the heat of the day. Arohongui thanked Kitava for his kindness, but while she slept, Kitava ate the cooking birds, flesh, bones, gizzards and all. Upon waking, Arohongui was furious to find that Kitava had lied to her, for saying that he would watch the birds when he truly intended to eat them all up. When Tukohama arrived home in his mighty canoe, Arohongui asked him to punish Kitava for his selfish gluttony. Tukohama, our father of war, agreed and pulled the sharpest tooth from his own mouth. He then asked Arohongui and Tafor to hold Kitava fast while he cut Kitava's face with the tooth.
Sounds like a
That blinded Kitava
reasonable response.
And formed a bleeding cross upon his face. From that day forth, Kitava would never be able to promise to watch that which he truly intended to consume.
Okay. Tukohama's tooth. Got it. Now find the rest. Now draw the rest of the fucking owl.
Has Kyle died even once in this game?
I don't know.
Sorry,
Kyle,
man.
did you redo your character yet, like you said you were gonna do?
No, I can't bother.
All right, that's fine. I don't blame you. Just wasn't sure if you had done it.
His
This seems to
character
be
is
going alright.
his character seems to be the most effective out of all of us anyway.
I wouldn't say damage-wise.
Damage-wise, I might be the most damaging here with all my minions, but like everybody seems to be doing a lot of damage.
I don't know if I am even really
Coffin
good fit
Prowler.
for this party because I do a lot of poison damage, which is kind of slow.
Hinakora's hair. I mean, my oh, we got Kitava's Hunger 3. I guess we missed 2. You know what? It's fine.
Tukohama, our father of war,
We'll listen to another
Valakor, father of storm,
anecdote.
took Kitava to Hinekora, mother of death.
Okay.
They asked her to kill the greedy Kitava, for surely their tribe would starve if Kitava continued to live among them. But Hinekora refused, for death would not teach Kitava the lesson he needed to learn. Instead, Hinekora beat Kitava with a whip woven of her own hair. To Kitava, each strand was a searing lash, and so he wore thousands and thousands of blistering lashes across his back. As Hinekora drove
Could you speak a
him
little quicker,
relentlessly
my guy? The
into
text is leaving you behind.
darkest corner of the underworld. There she left him to suffer, without water or food, for the rest of eternity. And there Kitava remained, in the darkness of Hinekora's night-clad island, for time beyond measure. There he suffered, waiting for the day that he could return to the world of light, to slake his scorching thirst.
Alright. I guess we'll find part 2 in a bit. I was gonna say my Desecrate I think mostly does damage over time, or at least it does like a bit. I might be wrong about that though. 36.8 chaos damage per second, and the duration is 4.8 seconds. So yeah, it's a bit over time.
When I'm ready, I'm not.
Whoa, Shrieker. Whoa, Shrieker. Whoa. Lore. Oh, here's part 2, isn't it?
To replace the Feast of Birds
The
that
prequel.
Kitava had greedily consumed, Tsukuhama, our father of war, and Valakor, father of storm, went fishing. Although Kitava was blind, he could still cast his line and feel when a fish took his baits. So, Tsukuhama and Valakor took him with them on Tsukuhama's mighty canoe.
Has everyone gotten all of the torments
But
now?
while they fished,
In a minute,
Kitava
yeah.
grew hungry.
I haven't grabbed it
and
yet.
secretly ate all of their bait of grubs and worms. Disgusted and angry, Tsukuhama and Valakor decided
Kitava
to
is
use
just...
Kitava as bait
He's just
instead.
hungry. Like, if you just keep him fed,
Valakor
it'd be
used
fine.
his own jawbone as a hook, impaled Kitava
What
on
would you have
it,
to keep
and
him fed
cast
with, though?
both into
I don't
the
know. Have him
Kitava
eat
sank
fish.
to the bottom of the
Just
sea.
throw him into the sea,
But
which they
instead
have
of
done.
the fish eating Kitava, it was Kitava who ate all of the fish that
Oh, he
nibbled
is
at him,
eating all of the
flesh,
fish.
scales, guts, and all. When Tsukuhama and Valakor hauled a fat-bellied Kitava back up from the sea, they were even more furious and knew
He
that
just
Kitava
has
must be punished one
A
final time.
metabolism problem. That's all it is. It's just glandular.
Your face is glandular.
Yes, thank you. Glad you noticed. Do we want to just leave via portal? Or actually, we're not that far off. Sanguinate. Alright, I'm gonna go back to town.